Hello friends, it's Lionheart here, and I am back with another deck video. That's right, and of course you know I have a little bit of a favoritism bias for Scoiatael. So it is Scoiatael. Now, I have been raving that dragons are better than people think they are for a little while. I made a dragon Madoc video probably a few months ago now, and I still rate that list, but it always had the problem that it was good in conquest format when you could pick your coin, but on ladder it did struggle on blue coin a little some of the time. Now, this list doesn't necessarily have that problem. It is Dwarf Dragons. It's D&D. Not that D&D, but this D&D! This list works with the newly buffed Great Oak. Only 12 provisions now, it's 10 base power, it's a really strong card if you can swarm quickly. Dwarves kinda help with that when you look at Zoltan Warrior and what he does, potentially dropping 3 units on the board and Eudora, giving you access to a decent short round, but also a decent amount of removal and an engine to boot. Can be really, really nice as a play. Dragons, well, dragons do what they do best. They're high value, they're a decent amount of damage and removal. They're a lot of points, they demand answers, and it can work really, really well. I love this list. The problem that you can have or run into is because we're Precision Strike, which I personally think is the right call because A, it thins for consistency, but more importantly, it's that little bit of extra damage, control, and kind of tempo, honestly, that allows you to deal with some of the trickier engine-based lists a lot more readily. As a result, I think it's right, but because you're not playing Mahak and Forge, as a result, Zoltan doesn't start with armor, means you do rely on those Dwarven Chariots or the Miners to give you that extra armor. Haven't struggled to do so, if I'm being completely honest, so it hasn't been much of a problem, but I could see that it might be. Now, the version I'm running does run a couple of Mahak Males, as you can see, and that's the only thing that it runs as a special. A Renfrey version of this deck, oh, actually it runs Royal Decree too, but a Renfrey version of this deck could work very well considering. It's just fitting it in provision wise. I've heard there's a Renfrey version kicking around. I wouldn't be surprised if that was very, very good as well. I didn't feel like going down the Renfrey route, if I'm being honest. That's literally the reason that it's not in here, but when you consider that Mertebrak does help in terms of tutoring, you're thinning your 2 leader charges, it's not too bad. Eudora obviously removes herself, so you're starting in a 24 card deck as well, which is already massive. There are ways that you could make that work. Worth thinking about. I had a blast with this. We played 6 games, we won 6 games. We faced all kinds of stuff. We faced Northern Realms, shocking nobody, like the engine overload deck, but they just couldn't stick the engines. We faced Skellige in both Patricidal Fury, Blaze of Glory. Was it Blaze of Glory? Might have been Blaze of Glory. I think it's in the video. I promise I edited this. As well as some White Frost. We faced a couple of different Nilfgaard lists, Imposter Soldiers. All of them really struggled against this because of the amount of tempo and just removal that we have. They don't stick those engines. It's all about controlling the round length, trying to win round 1 is usually ideal because then you're in control in round 2. This does that kind of soft push for a 2-0 well. Your short round is pretty good just simply because of the lineage factor on the dragons, the amount of pure points that they are really can work incredibly well for you. What do you think? How are you liking it? And remember, of course, a new Balance Council update has gone in. I am at the point where I prefer the more changes than the few we've had. I would happily see kind of 15 changes per section again, rather than the 5, because I think we're always going to have an element of reverting the old changes as we bounce up and down for things that were over-nerfed or over-buffed perceptively, or we're just bored of already. And I think I would now err on the side of I would like many more. What do you think? Because ultimately, we have to know, and CD Projekt have to make the decision pretty soon. This isn't going to be changeable once we actually hit Gwentfinity next year, and we are stuck with the decision we make. Number of wins, number of changes, and the threshold for that to potentially pass has to be in before the end of the year, forever. And that's something we've also got to consider, right? Personally, I would go back to 15 changes per category, and I think the 50 wins is a little excessive, because effectively what it says is If you're not in pro rank, you're not getting a vote, because you're not winning 50 games if you're not in pro rank. It's as simple as that. You can't win 50 games and not get to pro rank. I don't think that's possible. So, well, it is, but you get the point. Personally, I would like to see that a little bit lower, but I can understand the argument that you need to be involved in the meta and understand the meta in order to have a meaningful vote, so we don't get this reactionary, I don't like this card, so I'm going to vote for it. All of Nilfgaard Reavers. You get the point, right? But let me know your thoughts, because I'd really love to be able to collate them, communicate them as feedback up to the devs. So let me know. This is amazing. I had a great time with it. I'm looking at playing a Gwent deck from Energix for my next video. But make sure, if you don't already, that you drop the channel a follow, you subscribe, because we are live both on twitch.tv/Lionheart and, of course, here as well with our Gwent streams every week. Thank you for watching, my friends. Let's go! Okay, let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, good, we're against more Northern Realms. That's a common theme. No bricks, but it's actually not a terrible hand, realistically speaking. I think a bit more direct damage could help us out a little bit here. Okay, Arbalist. This is going to be 3 damage. I could just flat up kill this. It's a lot though. So, and just trading a Zoltan warrior straight into it feels like a lot. I am very tempted to kill it and take control. If you set these engines up and let them, it's a nightmare. Losing the 3 damage on this with no armor actually sounds bad. I'm on red coin here. Hey, Raria, this Udi is amazing. Check their Black Friday sale out, ! Udi. They've got up to 60% off. When you if you do look at them, double check to see if code Lionheart isn't even better for you. And honestly, I would recommend them. I'm in it. I'm so warm and cozy right now. It's the best. You have 2. Nice. Respect it. Respect it. Love to see it. Here for it. And they waste a Zeal charge on a Caro Ballista. All right. I'm fine with that. Fine with that. This is going to be interesting because this is going to be Kimbolt engines, right? They play old Raddy Daddy. Do they use a Zeal charge on him? They do not, and I am very happy with that. Because I think it is probably worthy of a lock, given its value to them. Changes how they're supposed to play, having less leader charges, right? Looks like Devotion with Judgment. Yeah, probably. Probably. It's definitely Siege. I can tell you that much. There's definitely a Siege-abite. Now, I wouldn't hate using Okvist here on the front row right now. Again, to kind of put me in a bit of control. I don't want to play Zoltan particularly. Right? Like this is redundant unless AA hits. These 2 are a no. This is fine. But I think if I'm playing the Okvist, I'm doing it now. So that I've got a pass on the horizon, right? We've got to win a 50-50 here to not kill this. Unless they play another unit front row, which is absolutely feasible that they might. We will see. Yeah, they should keep going at that, trying to kill it. That's fine. Unsafe. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. Shame he's not quite tall enough to be a threat. But once again, I will just play the Scholar then. Boosts to 9, and we do get the kill on the engine. Let's go. Nice. Don't really want to be here much longer, though, is the problem we're facing, right? We don't want to be here last night. Oh, and I don't. If any of you are here, by the way, are streamers or gamers, or you have partners that kind of fit into that, I am curious. Aria and I are obviously looking to build a stream room for both of us when she moves here. And I'm currently in the process of working out what audio equipment we use. Now, at conventions, the Elgato setups that they seem to have at Gamescom and TwitchCon, all the big companies use, was amazing at noise cancellation. The thing I'm not 100% certain of is, will that be sufficient? And I don't, if anyone's used the Wave XLR, I'd love to know. We have an interesting choice here. Opponent didn't choose to Zeal this, and it would have taken it into removal range, which obviously we would have done. I can pass right now, and they are 2 cards down, and I think we're in a pretty great spot if I do that. Or I play Squirrel to get rid of their AA. I think I would rather banish the Squirrel, use the Squirrel and banish AA than do this. We stay ahead again. I think it's probably worth it, right? We're making their life difficult. They're left with 2 leader charges. We've got a lot of value out of them so far. The question I've got now is it worth me continuing here or not? Because I can, right? I can just place a synthesis here. And again, I'm ahead, and again, I'm ahead on even. I need 5 points to tie, 6 to get ahead. So synthesis is an 8. Nice and easy. Given that Onia exists in this list, they might not be able to target synthesis, but they can random ping her from the Onia, so it's not as useful as it would be in other situations, albeit only because I'm going to have to play other units as well, so they're always going to have targets for these. And I think it's probably worth the trade, given the things they've been giving. Zeal, how do you defend against Covenant of Steel Sucrus with a bleeding deck? If you're facing that, and one of the things about that list particularly is you need to be aware that you need to be able to kind of pick out that you're facing it. Because if you are facing it, you want to win round 1, push round 2 to get the combo, bleed it out effectively, and then play your round 3. Alternatively, you need a Purify or a movement choice, depending on what you're running, right? So if you're running a bleeding deck, Lady of the Night, Queen of the Night, she can Purify the defender, and then you can deal with Sucrus yourself. If I were to use Myrtebrach here and grab Villain Trettenmirth, I don't think I want to do that, and I think I would end up just putting it back. We'll stay ahead. I want to see what else they've got. Reached 200 points. 200! Good lord. That sounds problematic. I would definitely be running Purifies, I think. It's probably your best bet to deal with the defender. Now, what have they got still that they're not willing to give me, right? That's the question. What 2 cards are here? Because they were able to just play a pretty passive bronze card, which was really bad for us, honestly. Okay, and Onia is just enough. We hate that. We hate that. I think I just play Ike for 3 and this for another 4 to keep me ahead. I think I just kill off one of the Onias, honestly. Actually, no, I think I'm supposed to kill off the Siege. If they had something to Zeal, they would have used it, right? It's a shame this is 1 point off. I think it's worth getting the trade here. The question is, any card gets them ahead. So killing this, it doesn't matter what I kill as a result, right? So what's their last card? If it's just another Misk Bronze, obviously we're really annoyed, right? Let's go. What is that card? That's got to be Kimbolt then. They held the Kimbolt. Got to be. The only thing I can think. Kimbolt or maybe Demavend would be the 2 cards that you just wouldn't give if you were them. And I absolutely... You wouldn't normally pass. Could also be Siege, maybe, yeah. Gone, I've just got another email. Why has it been cancelled? Unbelievable. I don't really want to push into this, but a long round... I think I'm going to start with Royal Decree for a Dwarven Chariot here. And I think that's what we do, right? Because they have to take us seriously and they have to give me Siege if... Okay, they play Raffards. Could have been Raffards. It's about why not. That's fine. So, in this instance then, we absolutely do. And we armor him. Let's go. They've got to take us seriously. It can't have been this, because you'd always use that in... Oh, beautiful. Zeal. Question is, what are you fighting me with, bud? Oh, buddy, old pal. Cute. Now, normally, I would play this first for the extra point, but I think killing off Raffards now is more sensible. So we're up by a decent amount. I've got 9 more points. I go to 31, and they cannot catch us here. Let's go! New meta shrew. Really? I love shrooms. I'm a huge fan. What? Like Okul? And Okul Geddy? Or is it something completely different? Shroom related. Always interested in an Energix deck. Oh yeah, okay, that's very similar to it. Yeah, honestly, I basically built this deck. I didn't have Portal in it, admittedly. Portal, are you sure? Portal? Energix, I'll try it. Portal. Man came up here and said, Lionheart, Portal. Interesting. Right, we're going first, and I think, for me, that's going to be worth it. So we'll do just that. Interesting. I suppose the great thing about the Portal is it's pulling out guaranteed 4s that give you resurrection targets in round 2 for your Okul. No Fukusha's interesting. I love the Ale, Geddy, I'm on board with. Kertrold and Mushy, I'm on board with. I like the Avalax Sage, given the number of other things you've got. Highwayman. Just one of them, but for the thinning. A bit of consistency. Okay. I can see it. I see what you're doing. Oh, it's a beautiful squirrel. That squirrel's massive for us. We're not passing just yet. Deck thins to 5 or 6 cards. The consistency on it looks pretty good. Yeah, the consistency does look great. In terms of bricks, I suppose, you've got enough 4s that it doesn't matter too much. A Highwayman is just a solitary card. Interesting. See, I don't want to kill that. There we go. We'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. But remember, however, friends, today's stream is not just Gwent. We'll be doing Gwent for a little while. Energix Your Deck may end up being tomorrow. But I'm absolutely going to be playing some Realm of Ruin today because I'm just loving it. What? That's annoying for us. Boo, boo indeed. Mondays were, yes, Mondays are Cyberpunk, but this week I'm just so excited. Doesn't mean we're not having Cyberpunk, but I might have bonus stream, like at least a bonus stream this weekend. So that's kind of why at the moment we are, yeah, at the moment we have a bit more time this week. Professor, thank you for the follow and welcome to the channel, my friend. You are our 5th follower today. Love to see it. I'm just waiting to find out if there's a Lorcana event on Sunday that I can attend or not, because I'd absolutely love to go and play some Lorcana. But I will definitely be streaming either Saturday or Sunday for a period of time. I'll be at the gym one or both days, but I've got time to stream a little as well. Arya might also be, I don't know yet. Okay, we win the round, we get out. They have only played one Highland Warlord, and they've lost their Blood Eagle, which is pretty bad for them. Now, this deck doesn't mind going to a short round. It certainly wants to push. Those two are actually really nice. To be able to mulligan and mulligan. I've got access to most things I'm looking for, and if I can hold, basically Oak in a short round and Zoltan, we're very happy. Or we use it for the extra pressure to potentially win from here. Let's find out. Start off slow. You are going to end up killing, if we get it, Tyr, because it's going to be at 9, right? Another Highland Warlord, shocking 0% of the population, I would suggest. Okay. Let's just get that engine on the go. Obviously, I would normally like to drop this first as well. But the stunning blow, yeah. That's unfortunate, but I would rather the stunning blow killed this than this. So I don't mind it. Don't want to give them a second Warlord in the graveyard, though. So I'm actually okay with that currently being turned off. Never mind, they're going to Primal Savagery now and kill that engine. Absolutely. But we will continue to push here, my friends. Because now both Primal Savageries are gone, I'm not worried about losing the 3 damage here. I probably will Zoltan. There's a consideration to Zoltan. Okay, just start armoring things. If I were to Royal Decree, I don't want Villain Trettenmirth right now. So I'll Murchterbrach. Pull Ockvist instead and kick Villain Trettenmirth because I currently have a brick in hand in terms of Villain Trettenmirth. They might decide to leader this. Definitely a possibility. They don't leader here. That is interesting as a choice. Wow. Okay. We might end up just going all in here. They'll play on the back row now, which is fine. They're a long way from us. And they should be tempted to use their leader to kill one of the two of these. They must be. Okay, Tirgvi. So that's gonna do... I mean... kind of alright with that. Okay. I'm going to change what I was going to do. I'm going to oak here for... I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage onto this. 1, 2, 3. We are so far ahead right now. Okay, now I'm gone. Now I'm gone. Honestly, do I just play the Zoltan here on the back row, actually? There's not enough if I was going to do it, I'd have done it the turn before, right? So their leader ability, for instance, will be a great sword for 22 points. Takes them to 28. Tyr doesn't get carryover. He would need to iced as well. I don't think iced and leader is enough. I could be wrong. Has the iced. Doesn't have the bloodthirst. So iced plus leader. Leader's 22. Oh, it's not. It's only 14. Yikes. Oh, dear. No great swords. Yuta. Wow, they just make it out. Oh, they don't make it out. Oh, they don't make it out. Yikes. They're normally like 90 pounds. That some of them are down to as little as like 30 something. It's such a great deal. It's a really cool gift to be able to give, honestly. So, yeah. Also, their weighted blankets appear to be discounted as well. I'm a big weighted blanket fan. You know? So go give it a look. And thank me later, friends. Thank me later. Ba-da-da. Okay, we're against Imposter right now. You had on and off issues yesterday? Fair enough. The Mahakamail is going to be really useful. Possibly Villain Trettenmirth, albeit it could end up hurting me rather than helping me. This never survives, right? So weighted blankets, I always thought similarly that I would be too warm in a weighted blanket. Genuinely, that was something I also thought. However, wasn't actually the case. Weighted blankets have two sides. One for when you're cold, one for when you're hot. So you still get the weight, but the material on them means that they're good for both summer and winter. This is 1 point away from being killable, and I don't love it. I think that's fine. The lock's okay, I can deal with that in a minute. The amount of armor this will consistently grab is a serious problem for us, honestly. I really hate that this card on blue coin is just a ridiculous engine. Love that we get the leader ability, though. Okay. Okay. This is still fine. Getting the leader's pretty massive there. Especially as everything else is going to be armored for me. If they pass here, we're very happy. Of course they don't. The question now. This is about to move itself. We don't love that, right? Yeah, no more. I'm guessing no more locks. The question now, I can play this, right? It's playing at 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's an 18-point play right now. 19. Reduce it down because that will keep this there. I think it's actually worth it. Go 1, 2. Wait. Oh, no, wait. Did something die? Oh, 2 enemy units by 3. Damn it. I read 3 enemy units by 2. Boo. Hello, Seraphine over on YouTube. How are you doing, my friend? Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. I hit Vanhimar. Yes. In my head, I read this as 3 enemy units by 2, not 2 enemy units by 3. That is a terrible, terrible misplay on my part. Easily ahead by more than enough. This jumps to the front. We don't care. And we get out of here very happily. Very happily. Okay, so the plan for today, for those of you who have just got here, hello, lovely to see you. I do think there's a lot of you here, so perhaps I am saying hello to the North American rotating front page. If you are here from that, give me a little shout. Tell me all about it, and welcome to the channel. We're starting with Gwent, but we will be switching to Age of Sigmar in a little while, okay? So we're not just a Gwent stream, we are also an Age of Sigmar stream because we can be, and because it makes me happy. Absolutely pushing this. We'll decree into a Dwarven Chariot. They probably have a lock in hand. Yeah, Kafka, 100% Kafka Apu did. No question. It's really cool. Like, I feel really... It's nice to have the opportunities that Twitch is providing these days, honestly. It's, yeah, it's really, really cool. I feel very, very lucky to have the opportunities that I'm being given, let's put it that way. And I do genuinely feel very, very lucky on that front. Y'all! Yes, my skills are legendary where voice acting is concerned, chat, especially accents. But yeah, we'll be playing a little bit more Gwent through until... we'll probably have this game, maybe one or two more before we switch to Age of Sigmar. That is really nice for us that we managed to get that out, especially as I can now kill this off. As we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Bassicide is lurking. Bassicide is lurking, but he's at the dentist, I believe. So, Bassicide currently at the dentist. Very acceptable reason to be busy. As it stands, I'll allow it. Oh, Rompali drops out. Rompali will destroy that and put them ahead again. But we're all right with it for now, because I can again use Ike in a minute to kill that off, which I think translates at good value for us, honestly. Okay. This will kill. Yeah, okay. The Merktebrach. Copy all infused statuses. Nice. I know it's annoying. I think this is a really cool card. I really do. I've liked it for a long time. I think it's a lot of fun. I think we have to do that now. Draw Synthesis. I don't think we want Synthesis here. Albeit, actually, do I... You know what? I'll Merktebrach next turn instead. When it carried infusions? Yeah, I do. I do indeed. Then it was nuts. Then it was crazy. Why? Nilfgaard is a faction that was founded on being the control faction, right? So, I understand why, you know, why it is that way. So many points. Villain Trettenmirth. Down he goes. We'll kill that off. And we will also damage this by 2. Oh no! Oh no! The Ike doesn't survive now, potentially. Because I don't have a dragon in hand. That's really bad for us. Especially when Rosa and Edna just hit the board. Damn! Ike now does not survive. Beta Nilfgaard wasn't as anti-fun as it is now. Beta everything wasn't as anything as it is now, because Beta Gwent, and I played closed beta, open beta a lot. Beta Gwent was basic as... If I kill her with Oak, Ike doesn't get Zeal then either. Right? So, I know what you mean, but... Still. Yeah, Beta Gwent was the first evolution. And Nilfgaard now is way more diverse than, well, any other faction in the game, if we're being completely honest with ourselves, right? Ooh, that's a terrible... I absolutely pass here. Not only are we ahead, we're about to burn a 12. And it was very important that I did this as well. So... That's literally the pass of my dreams right there. That is the pass of my dreams. And it's the pass of their nightmares. Ladies and gentlemen, home is where the Lionheart is. Unless you're this person. Although, again, don't do this. Like, if you're done, don't just, like, please escape enter by all means. In my entire life, I have never alt F4'd. The one thing I will say is I'm assuming this might be a mobile player, because if they just close the app, it does this to us. But, again, and I know it's harder to end a game on the app, but it's not that much harder, guys, you know? Like, please just consider my time. I'd appreciate it greatly. You know. I assume it's mobile players, honestly, just closing the app. So, hardware. I love working with Fractal. I love working with Lexar because I've used their stuff. It's super high quality and I think it's good value. With games, I love that I get to work with Frontier, Sega, Square Enix, CD Projekt. It kind of feels mad, right? It kind of feels mad that I get to do that. And then with stuff like this, hoodie is genuinely the coziest thing I think I've ever worn. Unicorn Pancakes, you saw the stream thumbnail. You have the same hoodie? Love to see it. We are hoodie friends. Thank you for dropping in and letting us know. It's always great to meet new friends. Welcome in, even if you are just passing by. Hopefully we will see you again. Our sponsor bar isn't scroll. Which one, Bassaside? Panda Call, you've been concerned about bouncing done by the community. How do you feel about it? We all have concerns with it. There are some concerns, many of them valid, and I can understand. I think it's early, and it's too early necessarily to judge, is what I will say. I think it's just a little bit too early to judge yet. Absolutely have to kill this first. The fractal one isn't work. Right, okay. So the fractal one doesn't show up every single time. I'll take a look at it, thank you. Yeah, to be fair, yes, the meta has been different and fun. My worry is that we're going to bounce between the same two metas over and over again. But I think we're smart enough not to do that. I hope we're smart enough not to do that. Let me put it that way. I hope we're smart enough to learn from that mistake or that potential error and not to make that mistake. And yes, Spartan, it comes from Frontier, yes, the company that I applied to. Or I almost applied to, rather, many, many moons ago. Really like the team at Fractal. They've always been lovely. I'm obviously very, very grateful that I get to work with them now, as they are just a really lovely bunch. The Age of Sigmar is the game we've been playing through them, obviously, and it's been a delight so far. I'm loving the game. Today I'm playing it because I want to clarify. I did the other days as well, but sometimes we were working with them and sometimes they sent me a big dev kit and I wanted to open it. In this instance, I just absolutely want to, you know. Okay, so now it's going to be a case that I'm going to Zoltan. I will Zoltan. I'll do that, and then we will 1, 2, 3, and good night. And again, you can see the amount of control we've got, right? You can see the amount of pressure I've just thrown onto this Nilfgaard player now with this list. It's really nice, and because of this, they then end up using the control that they do have early to deal with stuff like the Zoltan, and then really struggle to catch up and deal with stuff like the Villain Trettenmirth, which feels really nice. For us, obviously. For them, it feels terrible. Who will like? So, Panda, the information has not been put out yet, so keep your eyes peeled, is what I will say. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm very excited for World Masters. Arbaz, hello, how are you doing? I'm assuming there is a reveal soon. Assuming there's a reveal soon. Oh, actually, Arbaz, how have you been? Good to see you. It's been a while, hasn't it? In that. Yes, Arbaz, we are now dual streaming. Love to see it, love to see it. This'll die, that's fine. Na-na-na. Red Cheek, hello, hello. Yes, thank you very much. I'm doing my very best. To have a very wonderful stream. I want to keep going here. Love the outfit today. Yes, thank you, Jennifer. Udi has a sale on, and I'm nothing if not supportive of a good sale. There's no other dragon in the deck, which makes this feel a little frustrating. Let's do that. Let's do that. That's already dead, so let's not waste the time on it. But yes, we are currently sponsored by, well, Udi have a Black Friday sale. They sent me an Udi a while ago, so technically, and I have a code with them, so technically it counts as a sponsorship, right? Slay the Spire, great name. It used to be the case that Twitch partners couldn't, and everybody else could, actually. But now it is the case that everybody can because Twitch changed its TOS. Very smartly changed its TOS, much to the delight of literally everybody. So yes, you can now multi-stream, which is really nice. Black Friday is not this Friday. Oh, wait, actually. Actually, Black Friday might be this Friday. When's Thanksgiving, Americans? When is Thanksgiving? That's the question. We 100% play... If it's this Thursday, then Black Friday is indeed this Friday, yes. Film Trettenmirth. Armor. When did that... I didn't even see this move. Then it should be this Friday, my friends. I have already got as much as I can of Arya's PC build. Oh, he played it front row? He played it with so much armor. How did he manage that? Wow. Well done, opponent. Yeah, so some Black Friday... I was actually saying this, Tino. Some Black Friday sales, more recently, have not been great value. The ones that are, I always keep my eye on. This one is amazing. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he played it front row. I think he played it back row a few turns ago and I just missed it. Because it had full... Ah, you trash panda. You scumbag. I think we're willing to go all in here. To beat them on even is worth it. We've got their full leader, Igni, Bacala and its ability in pretty much every lock that they've got. Yeah, Spartan, that happens a lot, unfortunately. And when they do that, I'm always very, very careful. It's one of the reasons why I'm more than happy to talk about this sale, because I know the real prices, and I've seen how great the value is on this, to be completely honest. So, yeah. Now. No, we haven't finished Yumi. Arya didn't bring her copy with her when she came here, so we have not finished it. I am literally desperate to finish it. I think I'm supposed to play for the 2-0 here. Right? If they play an engine, I have a lock. So Synthesis can't be targeted and Oak's my last card. I think we're supposed to play it that way. Congrats on the marriage. Yes, we haven't finished it, Arbaz. Still not finished it, but it is a phenomenal game, phenomenal book. I absolutely love it. I was having so much fun with it. I can't wait to finish it off. Oh, this Nausicaa. See, for me, Pyre argued that this is a 5p card. This, for me, is the problem. This card, for me. I know they spawn at 1 power, but it just doesn't matter. This is a 6. This is the definition of a 6 for me. But This literally, and the reason I think that is, this card allows you to break the game in the same way that some of the others do. It spawns something else. Do we fight for the round? I think we trade. Getting that feels really nice. I'm more than happy to keep trading here a little and consider what we get, but I want uneven. That's why we're going to keep going. Yeah, so the fact that this can give me more locks or more engines or more point slam, it's consistently way too good, in my opinion. I also think Thirsty Dame should be a 6 provision card, yes. The only reason I think that is because if it had the words during your turn, it would be fine as a 5. It doesn't, and it means as a result, every time I play with any status, it can automatically win, and I really, really don't like that. I really don't like that. Yeah, and also Dame fits along with Fledders and Messengers, so I also think she's a 6 on that basis, yes. Regularly, it's right to Heatwave her instead of the scenario. That's a 6 provision card. So I will be voting to change both this back to 6. Because personally, I do think that this was fine. Like, you know, I could Oak to kill this. Is it worth it is my worry, because I have no round 3, right? Let's see. So Dame isn't the... So I don't think Dame's stronger than Messengers or Fledders. I think she's the same, right? Oh, what is that? Now I regret it. But, I mean, we get that, I suppose. This is going to be rough. All of those, yeah. Giving 3 statuses takes a lot. It doesn't. That's kind of the problem, right? You can easily play 3 statuses in the same turn you play it. Hello, Nuke. I am indeed super cozy, my friend. Welcome in. How are you doing? Love to see you. Love to see you. We are, in fact, super cozy. Looking amazing. So it's this into this into this. Oh no, actually, it's supposed to be this into this into this into this. I actually think this is the hand. Yeah. But yeah, for me, Thirsty Dame is a 6. But if someone said to me, if only one of them can happen, if either Dame or Slave Driver, I know that's not how it works, Slave Driver is orders of magnitude more problematic than Thirsty Dame. She is extremely susceptible to Tall Punish, blah, 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 right? We all know that, that's fine. I understand the argument for her at 5, because the archetype she's played in isn't the best and consistently loses. Okay, our opponent's gone. Yeah.